Welcome to my multiliteracies class. In this class, it is one that will encourage me to explore my many different digital literacies and how important it is to my work, my social life, and my professional growth. There will be exposure to how social media influences my life and how to use digital media in new ways. This knowledge can be used in class for teaching others, and one can learn themselves how to use these new technologies. This course will familiarize me with many digital literacies, as well as working with wiki spaces and utilizing Google Docs, just to name a few. For this course, I have so far become familiar with creating a wiki space, such as this. I had to create my own wiki space. You would go to wikispaces.com, sign in, and then once you come here, you will be added to a class. Here is the current class that I am taking. Once we have our class set up, we are to go and create a profile. You would go to the profile link on the left, and this would normally be blank. I would click the edit button on the top right, and from there, I am able to add a plethora of choices to this site. I was able to upload a picture of myself, add the link to my email, put a little information about myself, familiar things, as well as a project I have done in the past, and links to other social media that I have, such as Pinterest and Twitter. I can also Skype, which is set there for them as well to see. To go a little bit further, I did add a slideshow of my professional background to give people a better understanding of who I am. It was difficult for me at first as a struggle of what to put on the page so that I didn't feel like I was bragging, but helping others to understand and be insightful about my own self. I did have some technical difficulties at first to get my picture on the site, but after some research I was able to accomplish that as well. While learning how to create the wiki's profile, it became aware how helpful it would be in the aspect of knowing information about the others in my class and what they have for a background educationally and professionally. The profile page gives you a look into the person's social life, professional, and educational background, depending on how much each person does submit. There can be great insight to what they know and what they're going to add to the class for yourself. As I am working on my discussion pages, I do reference their profile page from time to time. And with that, I will go back to my page and show you on our wiki page we have different links for each discussion and projects that we need to do or assignments. On this page you will click over here on the right side for information such as the course syllabus and how to create your profile, other information of how-tos, the projects we have had to complete, and assignments we're working on. But for instance, on week 1, we were given information to read, as well as then have a discussion. Once the discussion button is pushed at the top right with a little communication bubble, you would click on there and you would put down your discussion for each topic that you were reading about. As I was stating, on this particular one, the person has put a question for us, the professor has put a question for us, and we were to respond. Well, if you read someone's information and didn't really maybe understand where they were coming from, if you click on their name, it brings up their profile, which is, like I said, fantastic to learn more about that person and understand where they're coming from. There are many advantages to this page because if there is something you need to find out about the class, it should be here, as well as the syllabus, like I said, and any other information you may need. Along with learning how to make a wiki space, we were creating Google Docs for our assignments that we are using. In Google Docs, you go to Google Drive, where you connect to the different applications, where if you click on the New button on the left side, you can choose from uploading something or creating a new document, whether that be like a Microsoft Word document, an Excel worksheet, and the PowerPoints that most people are familiar with. I created a folder for myself, and in that folder I created individual folders from the school. And in Digital Literacies, I created the actual assignments that we're working on. The assignment I am working on right now, being this paper, is all written here, and once you open it up and start typing, it saves as you go, which is extremely helpful in case the computer ever crashes or you forget to push save. Another awesome feature of Google Docs is that you are able to, on the right top side here where it says Share, you click the Share button, and when you are finished with your assignment, you click there. It'll bring up a box to where you can add someone's name and address. You can say that they can edit it, they can just comment it, or they can just view it. What I think is fantastic about this is the professor is able to click on this button called Comments, and a conversation box will open up right here, and they are able to comment to me either something encouraging or possible corrective criticism, or just, information that I may need, which is extremely helpful, I think, as a student. Since this is an online class, the depths of learning is much more vast with the ease and freedom of collaboration work created in things like Google. I enjoy the way the instructor is able to give me an assignment, and then, like I said, over here is able to comment for me. The ability for Google Docs to save as you go, as you write, I should say, is a very comforting feeling as well. That way, if you do forget to save, it will always be right here and not totally lost. Wikispaces and Google are both great digital resources this class has already introduced me to. Becoming familiar with these resources is extremely valuable as a teacher and a student. Being able to implement these two resources into my classes, since I am a teacher, will be very productive for my own students. They have both been very helpful to my educational success as well at Midwestern State University. I look forward to becoming more familiar with how these work and become more proficient using them. Learning about digital literacy resources is very exciting to me as a class as well. Thank you.